What is going on, guys? This is CappingTV coming at you live with some ozfortress playoff action. Tonight, we'll be seeing two teams, two rosters, two absolute clash of the titans. It's Jasmine Beef versus Butterfly Defect. I'm your host, Big Fella Goose, and joining me from 1 year in the past, my good friend. It's been almost 12 months since our epic main division cast coverage. Heaps, how you going, man? How's it been?
I'm doing great, man. I'm super excited to cast the game with you again. It's been too long.
Yeah, it has been an absolute monolithic amount of time, mate, since that main division coverage. So I'm super excited to see what these two teams have in store for us tonight. We'll quickly go over the rosters on Jasmine Beef. We've got Scouts, Cookie, I believe he's playing Pocket, and Lau will be on the flank. Elmo on Pocket Soldier. Silvo will be roaming, and Paulson will be playing demo with Dave on Medic. And do you want to take us through Butterfly Defect?
Yep. Okay. So on Butterfly Defect Scouts, we have Rocky or Krolic and TJ. We got Spade on Pocket, Shupa on Roma, Deft on Demoman, and Vana on Medic.
Excellent stuff. So what, Heaps? I know you played in Prem before, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So I actually don't I'm trying to figure out predictions here. I'm looking at both the teams. I'm thinking there's a couple big names on Butterfly Defect. We've got like Shupa, Deft, and Rocky, and then but on Jasmine Beef we've got Cookie, Elmo, and Paulson, along with like Silver, and pretty much the whole roster. So who do you think is more likely to kind of edge this game out tonight?
I will have to see the map first because there are some maps that Butterfly Defect are strong on, and then some maps that the other team is strong on.
Yeah.
But overall, if we were to give like an early prediction, I think Jasmine will take the series. And I think I think the scout combos are pretty like on each team are pretty evenly matched. Very sort of different in a way to how each play, but like both very strong. Rocky, of course, I think he was in the running for best combo scout last season. I don't remember if he won.
Yep.
And then Cookie, of course, has been a long time sort of top prem combo scout, and up until last season, I believe, had won like 5 straight seasons.
Shit.
So I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty equal. It'll depend on the map. But yeah, I think Jasmine will take the series.
Yeah, I didn't want to over predict that one, but with Paulson having that Insomnia LAN experience, just along with like even though Elmo isn't playing scout, please correct me if wrong, but I believe he's more of a scout player from memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking, maybe Jasmine won't, but I do think that they will quite convincingly take the series. Not to discount Butterfly Defect though, they've still got like Shupa and having Deft on demo. He's got that's like the Badlands middle king right there, and it looks like we are on Badlands tonight for our first map. So yeah.
So I think the Demoman matchup is going to be very interesting because Paulson's been playing quite a lot this season, much more than he was like last season, and probably the most since many people would call what would be a Paulson prime.
Yep.
So he's been playing quite a lot, and he's doing very well. He's definitely, I would peg him as the third best demo this season, slightly ahead of Def behind Redcoat and Enrith. But I think this team has a lot of potential to even come first, this Jasmine team.
Yep.
Because they, like you said, they have like a lot of good players, and they have Elmo on Soldier, and Elmo's picked up the Soldier class like in the last couple seasons, and he's proving that he's a very versatile player and can play it along with Scout. Of course, many would regard the Prime Elmo Scout to be one of the best scouts in Australian history.
Oz Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure on the old ozfortress side, I think every now and then I like looking at it, and Elmo's right there in our ozfortress Hall of Fame. So yeah, I was quite surprised to see him not playing scout, but at the same time, props to him for being able to like switch off his main, which he was playing practically forever, and just coming and playing soldier in the top division. That is quite impressive.
Yeah, he's going to bring all that experience and whatnot. So it's a very capable team, and of course you've got Lau as well, who's DM probably if not the best, one of the best DM scouts in Australia. And so like put them all together, and they're very like experienced and heavy, like a juggernaut in the league this season. In fact, I think going into the season, Sean's stats showed that this team had the highest upside of any team, which was very interesting to see. And although I think they traded maps with the Coffee Clock, and I forget how their match against Head Cavers went. But there's certainly a very strong team. Yep. And like one other thing was the roster changes they had originally. So originally they had Silvo on Scout and Cookie on Pocket, and when they realized like, hey, if we put Cookie on Scout and Silvo on I think Pocket, we might be a slightly sort of more formidable roster. So they went with that, and they've been doing quite well. But I want to also touch on Butterfly Defect, because they're kind of like a reiteration of last season's second place team, and it was very surprising to me because this team, at the same time I've been hyping up sort of Jasmine, Beef and whatnot, this Butterfly Defect team is really strong, and they can turn it on at any point and suddenly become one of the better teams in Australia. Because last season Butterfly Effect came second, and they had a slightly different roster. But even though they changed the roster, like they replaced them with like good players. So I believe they had Doggerel on demo last season, and Ray's on Scout, and I think TJ's now on Scout. Doggerel's on Medic for Coffee Clock, and they've put Deft on demo. And then they've also had Arnold last season and Varna on Medic this season. So all those replacements are like, they're not like necessarily straight downgrades or whatnot. So they do have a high chance of winning the series and giving the other two teams a run for their money. So it's going to be super interesting to see how this lower page playoff goes. And of course, with the recent Hertz ban, Head Cavers are looking a little bit weaker than they were just a week ago. So the winner of this series might actually have a chance to make it to the grand finals against the favorites of Happy Feet.
So the team that wins this matchup tonight, Heaps, are they guaranteed a grand final spot? Is that what
no?
it is?
This is the lower page playoff.
That's
so
the lower page playoff.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and verse the loser of the upper page playoff between Head Cavers and Happy Feet at some point this week.
Okay, so then they'll kind of have that automatic advantage, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, it was interesting what you were saying before, like not to count out Butterfly Defect. Funnily enough, when I was actually messaging Elmo, asking him about like the roster, like who'd be playing tonight, just so I can get the casting names right and all that stuff. And at the end I'm like to him, best of luck to your team. He's like, thank you, I'll need it. So but on the just off that one little sentence, by the way, so sorry for doxing a little DM here, Elmo, but I'd say he knows, but that not to disregard the opponent. So an overly confident opponent would not be saying that. So I think even I might be wrong, but I think I'd also be right in saying that Jasmine Beef are like probably on their guard tonight. They're not just going to steamroll this easily. It's not going to be an easy meal to consume for them. Like they're going to really have to pull out a lot of cards in their trick book and yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we saw like a roll on any map, even if it's a particularly strong one for either team. But Elmo certainly, I would definitely expect both teams to respect the other team, because it's still, at the end of the day, like it's still the third and fourth seed, and in Prem at the moment there's the drop off between fourth and fifth, but not third and fourth. So these teams are certainly capable of taking maps off each other. So I think Elmo's right in respecting his opponent there. Although it'll be interesting to see how he reacts, because he's somewhat known of tossing the odd rage out in chat. So let's see if we can get an Elmo raid.
Yeah, hopefully. It looks like that the teams are about to pick maps, so I might be wrong in saying that this was starting on Badlands. My apologies if that is the case.
I think Badlands is the default map when you book this up.
So we've just got an info from our producer, our good man Just Jazz, that they have just picked Granary. It's going to be a banned Granary. Sorry, so I fuck up that line.
Yeah. So did you say they banned Granary?
Yeah, they banned Granary.
Yeah. So I'm expecting product to be banned. Well, actually, Jasmine did take product from Happy Feet off during the season, although there was when, you know, Happy Feet weren't particularly good at product, but it's going to be interesting to see what they ban, because Rocky's sort of the godfather of Koth maps in Australia. He just knows them inside out, and so if his team can back him up, product would be a very strong map, and one that I'd expect Butterfly Defect to take in the series. So we'll see if they ban it. But on the other hand, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a process pick if it's available.
Yeah. Would you say on that whole like product note heaps? Would you say it's would you say it's kind of fair to say Butterfly Defect have the maybe slightly stronger scouts? You know, I'm looking at Lau and Rocky, and that's just two like very, very well kind of known like scouts. You know,
Did you mean TJ and Rocky?
Oh yeah, TJ and Rocky. Sorry, my bad. Fuck.
I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's easy, because TJ, if it were like TJ from a couple seasons ago, you could definitely make the case. But I've been told that he doesn't play as much anymore, and Lau's improving regularly, and I think Lau having the best DM probably in the server, I'd be willing to say, would definitely pull his scout up. And honestly, if you had to make one pick for the best scout in the server, you may have to give the edge to Cookie, just because of how his experience in winning Prem before, so yeah. Not to discount Rocky, of course, but so it would maybe look something like 1 Cookie, 2 Rocky, 3
Lau maybe.
3 TJ. Yeah, 3 Lau for TJ.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, that's interesting then. If the hopefully we get to see some excellent scout action on product, but we are still awaiting. They've banned. We just got info. They've banned Logjam. That was coming in from Rocky in the chat there, and we're gonna be awaiting some more stuff. Do we have any more kind of predictions we can kind of touch on here? Or?
I guess we can just talk a little bit more about the rosters here, because we've talked quite a bit about the scouts. I think it's going to be an interesting soldier matchup. I might give the scout matchup to Jasmine, but I think it's so equal. But you can definitely make a case for the soldier matchup for Butterfly Defect,
yep.
Because although one of the soldiers may not be universally respected by some of the Prem players in the league, they're definitely both very good, and you can't take that away from them, especially on this team. They work very well together. Spade and Shupa do, and although they are, they lost. Actually, I forget if I talked about this, but I believe they had Fane last season on Soldier, who's now Soldier for Coffee Clock. So although they lost Fane, Shupa's not too far behind him, and it's going to be really interesting to see, how that duo works, because on the opposite side on Jasmine, we talked about Elmo, but Silva is also sort of mostly known as a scout player, so they kind of have two native scout players on Soldier, and although both Elmo and Silva are very, very good soldiers, maybe sort of the extra soldier experience on Butterfly Defect might play a part in this matchup.
I'm nodding my head in agreement, pretending that like I know these players well. I wish I did know the Prem scene a little bit better. So yeah, it looks like Metalworks will be our first map in this series. Yeah, bit of an interesting one. You know, the North American favourite. You know, wasn't I haven't found it to be too popular in the Oceanic region. I've always personally really hated Metalworks, so it's interesting to see that one picked. But you know, good
I think
to change
it's
up every now and then.
yeah, I think it's a bit of an X factor map. I don't think any of these teams like particularly strong on it. I think it's probably just ended up being one of the maps that were sort of left in the pool.
Yeah.
And whoever picked it was sort of banking on the other team not really knowing how to play it.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right. I think Metalworks just never has had the same level of respect as it has had in NA. It's just never really caught on.
Yeah, I always notice whenever like back in the day, even now, when it got to that week where it was just like, alright, it's Metalworks week. Like I remember in our streams, everyone's just like, oh fuck this map, I hate playing this. Can we just please? I know we played the other map, but we don't want to do Metalworks. And we always have to convince the other people, well, look, sorry, we need to practice on Metalworks. Yeah, no, us Australians, we're not a huge fan on the Metalworks there, but hopefully it leads to some very kind of even ground playing from both teams. You know, not too much dominance from one side. And yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it definitely also lends itself to the soldiers' bombs, particularly on mid and on second, and on third, I guess. But I'm more thinking of sort of what's used. So, you know, going back to the matchups we were talking about, it's going to be interesting to see if Butterfly Defect can take the map. Because you know, with the insanely high hitbox this map has, you know, it could lend itself to some great coordinated bombs from either team, really. But probably particularly the side of Butterfly Defect would be one of my assumptions. Although, you know, like I said, Elmo and Silvo, very very formidable soldiers, could be easily proven wrong.
Yeah, it's just too early to tell, Heaps. Honestly, it really could go either way. It is, you know, the classic caster, oh, it could really go either way. But you know, it can, and we're just gonna have to wait and see for this series to take place.
Yeah.
In these lower page playoffs, it's just best of 3 or best of 2. What is the deal?
Best of 3, I believe.
Best of 3, yeah, good. So we're not going to be here for 3 hours with a best of 5. Although I wouldn't be complaining too much.
I think it's just the grand finals that are a best of 5 from my knowledge. So I guess since we have to wait a little bit longer, I can just talk about the demos a little bit.
Yeah, take us through.
Off the bat, I think Paulson's the slightly better demo at the moment. I don't know how much Def plays anymore, but Paulson, of course, renowned, probably the most famous Australian TF2 player, for his antics at the LANs, and also, of course, his performances were probably, you know, him and Gio were definitely the sort of cornerstone of the Jasmine teams that we sent over. But I expect Paulson to be the slightly stronger demo, but not to say, you know, again, like I feel like I'm saying this with every matchup I talk about. You know, I pick one or two players, but I'm like, you know, again, not to discount the other team, because it really is like super tight. Def's, of course, sort of known for his DM, I guess, and having played on a team with him quite a few seasons ago now, I sort of know that he can definitely, you know, perform in big games, and I'd be super keen to see how that matchup goes.
You know, I was actually on a very, very, very early roster with Deft a couple years ago. I doubt he'd remember it, but yeah, the thing that I just remembered from Deft, like, and the reason I remembered Deft from that roster was that he had the most insane DM. He would just go in and hit absolutely everything, and I've heard since like, you know, then obviously he's become much more of a game sense player. He's not just known for hitting shots anymore and being the king of Badlands middle. Like, he is known for actually being a very respectable, like, you know, Prem player. and all that good stuff. It is a hard call to say, oh, who's going to out demo the other, but I've got to stick with Paulson just because I just got a fanboy. You know, everyone loves Paulson. He's got the he's got the most experience, like probably the most experienced Australian player. Like that's debatable, but you know, unless one of the immunity guys came back. But yeah, he's probably the most experienced active Australian player at the moment.
Definitely active, yeah. Yeah. It'd be the team between him and Gio would be my guess. Yeah, like sort of all time. Although since Gio hasn't played in a while, it's definitely Paulson at this point, but certainly active. But yeah, like again, like having played on a team with DEFECT, I think season 20, I believe. I have a lot of respect for his mentality as well. He doesn't tilt very easily. He's able to reset in maps, and he's just like Mr. Consistency, honestly. Like so consistent for the past, you know, almost 10 seasons now. He's just been that sort of that prem demo that, you know, you can sort of count on to give you, you know, 280 high 200 DPMs.
Yep.
You know, he's not feeding.
Yeah, no, he can definitely hit the shots where it when it needs to happen. You know, I'd put at least every 2 out of 4 pipes gets hit at least. The man cannot miss any more than half his pipes. Like that's I'm just saying that like right now. You know, like not possible. Just depth.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be super interesting.
And the medics, not you know, you can't count them out. Who do you reckon is the more experienced medic here, Heaps? Although it's not gonna influence the game as much. Like
more experienced, I definitely have to say. I have to go with Dave since he's also a LAN veteran alongside Paulson and whatnot. But Varna, of course, has been playing the game for a very long time. He's another scout main that's off-classing. Although, you know, you could definitely make an argument for him being a medic main because I believe he started off in Prem as a medic. But he's a smart player. One of my friends, just like a genuine dude, doesn't tilt sort of easily. I'd say he can get a bit emotional, I guess, from what I've heard. But like overall, I think he's a very accomplished medic, and I think it's pretty equal.
And as we say, that looks like we're going live. So this is ozfortress Season 28 Prem lower page playoffs. We got Jasmine Beef versus Butterfly Defect. This is going to be an absolute insane matchup tonight. Heaves, I'm going to let you take us through this mid. I'm going to be on the Paulson cam. Take us through, man.
Alright, so it looks like we have the demo battle coming out. Paulson's playing pretty aggressive. He backs up to his medic. Looks like blue team have taken right side and red team are just mirroring them. Soldier's going into red team lobby right now to see what he can do. We have a Soldier straight onto the medic and he actually picks him up, but the counterbomb's coming out here from, I think it's Silvo, I believe. And he's just going to get out there, but Def's actually coming in and he isn't able to make anything work. So really strong mid coming out from Jasmine there.
Yeah,
really
Butterfly Defect just crumbling on that first mid, really. It seemed they had a hard time finding their footing there, you know, deciding kind of what side they were going to play. I don't know. Paulson really locked them out early with those stickies.
Yeah, he played really aggressive, hey?
Yeah, super aggressive, just locked them straight out of Valley with those stickies. So they're going to be on last now, getting a sentry set up as Jasmine Beef make their way through lobby.
Yeah, I think one of the mistakes, Shuba jumped out there, but Def went in. I feel like you either both need to get out or you can both go sack. It won't really make a difference. But we're going to have a full ad push in here from Red, and they're going straight forward with Paulson and Cookie. In fact, those scouts playing the point, they're just going to cap.
That's it. 1-0 already.
I don't know. If this is anything to go by, my predictions might be wildly off. Jasmine might be far stronger, but, you know, it's TF2. Sometimes that happens, and then the other team resets and grind out a 30-minute long game, but
it is very common to see, a 1-0 straight off the bat. You know, I'm going to stay on Paulson again and see what he can do. It looks like Def's opt for this lower right kind of rollout. And looks like Jasmine, they're going to be playing the same side and trying to do the same kind of thing. Paulson with some really nice sticks. He's going to get bounced across the point.
Elbow going massive.
Wow. And that is
scout on Paulson.
And it's going to be
another scout's in, Soldier's in. Sorry,
no.
They're collapsing. Wow. Paulson and Dave have to leave now, so somehow... Actually, no, it's just TJ left. Is he going to win this? Paulson versus TJ. Paulson wins.
Hits the pipes,
Paulson doesn't lose those. No, that was like super, that was a super crazy mid because I really like how sort of red team adapted to what the Soldiers did on blue. So the Soldier went into lobby last mid, and he caused a bit of havoc. So red team actually had a Soldier wait for him in the sort of anti-chamber a little bit of the connector, and
Look at Silvo. Look at Silvo.
Silver? Ooh,
What
okay.
is going on? He's gonna have to shoot
Oh,
that or he's gonna
no.
get shot. He's
Yeah,
gonna have to
he's
shoot
not- he's
that or
gonna-
he's gonna get shot.
He's gonna spot it. What? What are you doing, Silvo?
Silvo, what was that,
He's
mate?
throwing.
Oh,
throwing.
Silvo, mate.
I don't-
Oh, too early. It's too
I don't know
early
what that
for that
was.
Silvo.
Looks like we have the Uber coming in here though. Paulson's straight in, gets on the sentry, and the scout's playing the point. He's gonna get collapsed on, but red team, oh, it's looking kind of bad. The heavy's still up post Uber. He's gonna be getting healed from Varna, and red team are gonna have to back out there. I'm gonna pin that one on Silvo deciding to go and die. I don't know if that was called, but he either needs to get the NG or he needs to get the sentry, but he didn't get either, and then he just died. I would definitely look to get the sentry there and then just like call your team to come in, but you know, real-time decisions are kind of hard. But looks like a really aggressive dot by Deft here, straight into the lobby, and he's gonna clean up damage. Although red medic's gonna get away.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, Butterfly Defect managing to break out that last stand.
Oh.
A player on last, but no, it is not going to be enough time. Elmo
Who was that?
did not get there fast enough to back cap, but he still manages to remain hidden from TJ despite this. What is going on here? He's going to be behind, trying to go in for something as both soldiers aggress, and looks like Dave's going to be going down. Was it he dropped the Uber? 98%, not quite, but still quite unfortunate there. What is absolute
Paulson's gonna come in
of a
here.
mid going on here? Wow, 1 HP.
I guess blue team played that quite well. They just baited the players in. They got the drop. I didn't really see how it happened, but I guess unfortunate. Elmo's still behind here though, but blue team can just keep pushing forward and act as if they're one down. He might catch the salt. No, he's gonna stay at the pack on Valley. Blue team's best bet is just to push in right now because Lau's not up yet and Elmo's behind. Elmo's gonna try and stop the point. The soldiers just looking for him though. This is gonna be a free kill for TJ. And there it goes. And so now blue team pushing in with full Uber ad, with full one player ad as well. So they get the Uber off. Scout's gonna play the point. They're just gonna stick the point. Silver drops down from his spot that he was hiding on blue last. And oh, it looks like blue team are just going to sit on the point and they're going to tie it up.
The excellent reply. I mean, 25 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. That is what you want to see. The start of a very even game here, Heaps. Very even game. Looks like we're going to be getting on the def cam for this mid. I really am keen to see what he can do.
I'm going to watch the spade cam.
Let's see. He's probably going to opt for another bottom right push. Paulson getting there before him, getting that first sticky on him. Deft is in a little bit of trouble here, but he gets the arrow and he's alright. So he's going to be playing under point, and a big bomb from Schuber onto the red team. Wow, oh wow. But it's not going to be enough to have anything too crucial for Deft. Wow, really nicely timed pipes and stickies from him. It's not going to be enough to convert into a vid, and TJ and Varna, they're going to have to fall back to second, possibly last right now.
Yeah, it is a bit of a silver lining that Varna survives this mid. I think it's the first mid he's lived. But honestly, red soldiers are doing far more work on mids than blue soldiers at the moment. Like, I saw Spade tried to get something going, but he just bombed into like 50 players, got put on 24 HP, tried to surf onto his pack, and then got bombed by, I think it was Elmo, who then decided to pick up another kill, and then Silvo came in after him and cleaned up a scout. So, super convincing mids here by the red soldiers.
And as I say that, it looks like Silvo is on Spy here, so we need to get on this
Silver
cam.
Spy.
This could be really huge here, ladies and gentlemen.
Silver Spy is... Oh, he's gonna get him.
Varna's down with 100% Uber, he drops him! And he still manages to remain cloaked. You do not get a second, Silvo, surely not.
No, he's gonna go... I wonder if he'll opt to go back to the team and push with the team? Yeah, he is, okay. I'm gonna say it'd be quite funner if you just, you know, went... Oh, he's gonna die to a random death by Def there. and that's so unfortunate for Def because that was literally one player off getting like a 3k including a med drop. But it looks like Paulson's gonna stick up the point, pipe up the heavy. Although, oh, so much damage from Paulson right now, but he's not cleaning up and the point's gonna get capped.
It's going to be 2-1 in favour of the Jasmine team, thanks to Silvo's excellent backstab play onto Varna there.
Honestly, like, the Silvo Spy should be the first thing you scout against Jasmine because he he had some pretty tragic attempts at it against against a head cavers, I believe, where he just didn't do anything in 4 lives in a row.
I want to watch the man. This been going in for an early box.
Oh,
Straight onto Rocky. This man is proving anything is possible for his team right now. Already we are warming up here, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness.
Yeah, massive bomb by Silvo, just gets the pop-up onto Deft and then hits him with the direct. Thankfully though, Blue Soldiers do actually pick up Dave, so it's going to be even Ubers on second here. Red team should cap the point, but depending on their spawners, they might want to look to push out here while Elmo's still coming forward and some other red players. Which I think they will, because Paulson and Cookie look like they're going to give this up here, but Silver's a little far forward. Blue team coming to lobby. I think we do have a sniper, do we? Yeah, Elmo's on the sniper. He's going to be peeking very soon. We have a Krollik sniper as well, so we got a sniper battle. I'm going to be on the Rocky sniper.
Yeah, let's see how this one goes.
Two very accomplished snipers, so we'll see who hits their shot first. Oh! Rocky missing Paulson by an inch. We have another peek. They know that Red has a sniper. I think Elmo's medicals were heard, but Elmo's going to peek around the corner and get the pick. Yeah, I'm not sure if the medical was heard by the blue team, but I expected them to know Elmo or somebody was on sniper. Silver's going to hide in the little connector bit here while Elmo tries to get a peek. Def's going to have to lock this sniper out. We'll see if Silmo decides to bomb in off like a call or something, but actually, oh dude, that soldier's just not peeking around the corner long enough to see Silvo, so he's going to sit in the corner. And Elmo's gonna pick up another kill, and we have Rocky respawning on sniper. So I'm gonna go to the Elmo cam and see what else he can hit. He's just staring through main right now. Paulson's gonna come forward to give him some space. See if somebody jumps Paulson, and then Elmo can pick them up. But actually, red team are getting a lot of space here. Silver goes in for the sack and doesn't do anything. So we'll hopefully see a counter sack by the blue team, unless maybe they just want to get Rocky a little bit more far forward to get a pick off. But
I've got the feeling that that's what they're going to do here, Heaves. I don't think it's really worth. It's so hard to sack out of this last. And again, as we say that, Silver is
double
on
off
Spy.
class.
Once
They're not
again,
going to expect it.
Off class.
Yeah, they know. What's he? He's disguised as a friendly.
Oh, Rocky!
He disguised as Elmo. While Elmo hit, and then Rocky just peeks and and picks him off. So that's
big brain plays, not enough to fool Rocky there. As I say, that Super is going to be going in for a bomb, but getting taken out pretty much immediately by Lau.
Surely we get the Silvo double spy play. No, it looks
like
but
two soldiers down.
Silvo's picking up Krollik, and Josh is down. Lau goes down, so it's a one-player ad for red team. We'll see if they push in here. They do want to get a little bit aggressive. I don't know if they're going to commit to this because the spawns are certainly in favor of butterfly defect here, but they are going to push forward. Cookie's just on the point. He gets so much time, and the red team haven't even popped Uber. How does this happen?
Wow, this is insanely good for the red team. They got that sentry down. They've got Uber advantage. They just need to wait for their plays to spawn, and they can take that in with plenty of point time. I don't want to call it too soon, but I'm looking like we're seeing another third round for Jasmine beef here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have the big off classes coming out, the NG and the heavy and the pyro for blue team. So a very smart decision, because we're going to see the full Uber ad push come in for red team any second now. I'm expecting them to come through main, it looks like. No, they're going to come in through connector. Paulson's going to bomb through forward. Get caught by his medic. He does get caught, but the Pyro's denying. Pyro goes down. Heavy's going to have to play up now. Scout's just sitting on the point, and the Death doesn't.
That's all you need. That's all you need. It's just that split second. They didn't need any more time than that. It was just straight onto the point. Couple seconds of Uber. Yep, easy done, mate. Here's your third round.
Yeah. Look, it's a bit of a questionable play for Def not to dead as stickies on the scout there.
Definitely.
But
yeah,
going to this next bit.
We're going to see, I'm going to look at Josh. He's going to get on the right side here. Blocking out that soldier. He'll pick up that kill onto Elmo.
Great play for Josh.
Great play from Josh. Both soldiers are down for Jasmine, so they're going to lose that space. Rocky is challenging Lau here to this little duel. Lau is going to be out, and it looks like first, correct me if wrong, first mid I'd say for Butterfly Defect.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, it was their most successful mid at least. As I said, Super is going to be going in for a big bomb. It decides to come back out of that one. Continue on with what you were about to say, Heaps. My apologies, my friend.
I was just saying it's also the first mid where both mids lived, so we're going to have even Ubers. Actually, Cookie's going to want to take a trade. Rocky trade is very dangerous though. He's gonna focus Paulson, and Paulson has to leave now. They need to collapse around Rocky, otherwise they're gonna have a terrible post Uber here. Rocky's gonna go down. Looks like Red Team are just collapsing better, although, you know, Def's gonna pick up Cookie. Oh, Josh gets onto Dave? That's huge! If they can get Varna out right now, that's big out, and Varna's all the way out to mid. Oh, but the soldier's chasing him.
Oh, man,
Elmo's on Varna.
no way you
Varna's
do
gonna
that.
surf. Just want to get out. Nobody's with Varna right now.
With the arrow, not before saying
Where is
see you
his
later.
team? Josh is still in second here, so I guess they just got completely separated. Josh does trade with Lau, so he picks him up. But yeah, I don't know. That's very questionable from blue
very,
team
very
there.
Confusing.
Varna's
seems to be able
literally in his house, and Elmo's just chasing him, and nobody's there to help him.
I know, it just seemed like everyone was busy playing their own game of chess right there, Heaps. But it looks like we're going to get another mid-fight.
Rocky's fighting.
Wow, yeah, no, that's
going to be huge.
To take this through. This
Rocky
is going deep, but
Oh,
he
does
get taken down by Cookie.
So much damage.
Wow, blue team, yeah, nah, not looking too good, but it is even. No soldiers for Jasmine, so they're going to have to get out once again. Yeah, I
really love this from blue team. It was really nice. Rocky just ran out the connector there, and they just basically muscled them out. Although saying that, they do have a small ad. It looks like Cookie's gonna pick up 1 billion players, and Varna's gonna die. So I didn't love that part. They stayed in a bit too much. They overstayed their welcome. But the original dry fight before the med got Uber was really smart. After that, it's honestly a bit surprising to see Rocky make that mistake. He's very good at tracking Ubers and sort of microing is meant to get out of those situations, but I guess they didn't calculate Ubers correctly. Maybe they forgot how long Varna died after Dave. But actually, as I say that, Rocky's gonna get the pickup on Dave, so that's no heals for about 15 to 20 seconds. And looks like, yeah, blue team is just gonna work off this. They can get a soldier pick now. Elmo picks Rocky up. What in the world? Schuber's battling Silver on the flank. They can still do this because they did trade players, even if it's a scout. Dave's only coming in now. Cookie's going to get a pick. This is looking disastrous if they don't get in right now.
Oh, yep, Silver's going to be in on the point. Yeah, no one need to stop him except
Super's
the
on lock.
Super.
Oh,
it's going to be. It doesn't hit the air shot. Oh, it's looking really, really dangerous here. But the whole
They're
team's coming through. The whole team's coming. And the carnival is in town, ladies and gentlemen. But they're going to have to back out of this one. It's looking bad for them.
This could be really bad for Red.
Def hits a nice pipe. Down. Get the fuck out of there, boys. I'm telling ya.
Yeah, they can drive them all the way back to mid right now, and in fact, they have Uber, so actually Soldier's in on... Oh, really nice work from TJ and Rocky there. They need to go forward with this before Dave gets. He's going to get, unfortunately. I don't know if they'll know that it's even now, although they can work off the Elmo pick. Silver's on Sniper and forward spawns. This could be really...
What was that? With the crack of the fucking corner! A couple of inches to work with is all he needs! Just a perfect, beautiful body shot onto the medic there! What the fuck was that, ladies and gentlemen? Holy shit!
I hope to God that was caught on fucking stream, man. That was a nuts shot from Silver. Oh, apparently it wasn't caught on stream, but Silver basically had like the smallest little visibility on a med crossing there from forward spawn.
Rocky! What the fuck, Rocky? What the fuck is going on in this game?
It's a 4K!
Apologies about the language,
What is
ladies
this
and gentlemen. I'm gonna tone it down now. This is Prem, boys. Like, I don't know, like, I've never fucking seen... You don't see this in Maine. You hardly see this in Maine. The fact this is going on in Prem absolutely is blowing my fucking mind right now. But anyways, looks like Butterfly DEFECT. They're going to be capping second, and they're just going to be building up.
Paulson's going to take that in. Massive Paulson bomb. Can Varna get off? He can't get... Paulson's going to pick up 2 on Vard and Rocky, and that should be the round. Oh my god.
And Elmo's going to be going last. This is looking so dangerous. It's just deft. It is just deft. He's going to hit some shots here. This looks such a funny duel on last. The whole team is in. Can Elmo pick up any more amazing shots than he already has? No, it doesn't matter. It's a 4th round for Jasmine Beef. What in fuck's name was going on, Heaps? You take me through this, mid. I need a bloody breather, mate.
Dude. Best caster I've ever fucking seen, you are. just like massive. They're just blue team's just not counting Ubers correctly. That's what it's coming down to right now. But going to this next mid, Def's gonna get a one sticky off on Paulson, get a trade. Paulson's gonna do a lot of damage back to Def now. He's the heal. The soldier's bomb's coming in. Def's just focusing the medic to force him out right now. He's doing so much damage. Picks up the scout. He's gonna force the red medic to be in a really bad position as his team collapses. And Varno does go down. He's the only casualty for the blue team. But it looks like, you know, Butterfly DEFECT are gonna pick up this mid. Although we'll see what Elmo and Silvo have in stock for blue team right now, because they might be up to some funny shit right now.
Yeah.
As
Based
a
on
red
what we've already
soldier.
seen, I would not be surprised. Elmo gonna have a little duel with TJ there. He's gonna have to jump out though, and he will
they're
get
gonna
eventually
pick
get
up
taken. Oh, they dropped two.
This is they
Unfortunately.
can take second off this. Yeah, both the soldiers were caught behind on the other on Butterfly DEFECT's side of the map. Actually, as I'm saying that, Josh is already forward onto Dave. That is huge. That will spell a potential round to bring the score back to 4-2. And that could be massive with 10 minutes on the clock. 4-2 right now is definitely doable.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, we have the Silver Spy again. He's gonna sneak around. He hasn't been spotted. Oh wait, there's a.
No way.
So
No.
he's been called. He must have bumped into someone. But he's gonna decloak down here. He sees the beam.
Oh,
He's on.
my fucking god.
No.
No fucking way! Fucking way! Silvo! What the fuck, mate? What are you doing?
What?
Silvo! What is going on? If you were
I don't know what
Silvo
to tell
right
you.
now, your room must be an absolute museum of steaming. I tell you what, like there is just no other way around it. You would just be nutting left, right, and center if you were playing like.
Oh, the massive collapse! Shupa and Josh just collapse onto Paulson there. Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
But
continue on.
Just like
What
absolute
did you just
insanity. Absolute insanity coming in from Silvo, but doesn't look like blue team want to stop the train right now. They're just gonna roll in, look for a pick maybe. Elma gets out on 20 HP. They lose 3 for that, so they're gonna have to give up second here. No way they can hold it. They will get Uber for mid though, so they don't have to give mid up and spawners. But yeah, it should be a clean. Unless they take a trade right now, this should be a clean take. Actually, they are gonna take a trade. They Uber, but they drop Rocky. This is going terrible.
I'm not good.
Rocky's fuming. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, he's angry. He's screaming in the Discord or Mumble, whatever voice platform they're using. He is just yelling at him right now. It looks like Red Team, Jasmine, they're going to be rolling it straight through lobby here, hoping to see a nice opening bomb from one of the soldiers.
Oh, big bomb coming in from the blue soldier. Oh, straight onto Dave. He gets a 1 rocket, 2 rockets. He dropped it!
Drop central right now. It's Silvo. Oh, just missing the shot onto Def. Wow. Just wow.
That was absolutely insane by Shupa and really bad on the side of Jasmine. He got 3 rockets off on Dave, and Dave hit a surf. It wasn't the greatest surf, but a surf nonetheless. So he had to shoot Dave once, see where he was going to surf to, and then shoot him two more times. Like, there's just absolutely no reason for Shupa staying alive that long. And not only did he kill Dave, but he also picked up another player. So
Yeah.
just an absolutely nutty play from Shupa coming in there. And it should be around for blue. I've said it before. It didn't go to didn't go very well, but they don't drop Rocky this time. They're straight onto the heavy. Cookie's gonna die to Rocky. They're gonna pick up 2 early picks. It's looking really good for blue team. They just need some point play.
So the collapse,
it's just an
comes
absolute...
out. Yep.
Ooh,
There we
okay,
go.
so
There
it
we
does
go.
work, so-
4-2, still in favour of Jasmine, but Butterfly DEFECT slowly but steadily starting to find their footing here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's looking, it's with 8 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock, anything is possible. And with the amount of med drops and picks and...
Paulson's fucked his rollout up. This is really bad. He hit something. I don't know what he hit, but he tried to jump and didn't go anywhere. And so blue team might just have this mid for free because they're gonna have so much positioning and damage. But red team aren't giving it up. They're gonna send a soldier into connector. They're actually gonna have a soldier battle going on in red connector right now. I didn't see who won that. I think red did. And Cookie's gonna just have to. But I don't know. That's going really far forward. They're forcing red team back right now. They're in the valley. Both teams are down 2 players. The positioning's all good for butterfly effect, but red team still want to fight this. Def's gonna get completely caught out there. I don't know how that happens. And Cookie's just sitting on point here, just doing like 100 damage shots to people. Rocky's gonna take a trade, and he's actually gonna pick up Cookie. This is looking really good for blue team here, I would say, because gets the fourth. And the positioning now is going to be really good for blue if they play this properly. Dave might die. The soldier bombs are going to come in. Lau's going to pick up Krolik, but soldiers on Varna are going to pick up Varna. Dave needs to die right now, or it could be another round for red team. Dave's still alive. He's on 100 HP. Death's in. He's going to pipe him down to 15 HP and live.
Oh, we're shooting with a nice little headshot there as well. I don't know if we caught that one, but that was very, very nice. That was a complete anime battle of a mid right there. I thought that was never going to end.
Ooh, TJ might pick up 2 right. Oh, he's going to eat the rocket, so he probably won't. Actually, but he's going to die anyway, surely. He creates here, or dies, somehow. Yeah, there it is. 2-player ad for blue team right now. They can actually work with this because red team don't have Uber yet, and that's what's going to happen. Paul's going to do so much damage to the blue combo right now. He's going to completely lock them out, but Rocky's not letting them get this. They're going to walk onto mid. They have to be careful, not make the same mistake they made last time, and forget that red team were about to come up on Uber, and Ivana isn't playing far enough away. He's going to get caught out. Josh and Rocky are on the flank right now, and Paul's just going straight onto mid with the Uber. Ivana's going to die. They made the same mistake.
What is going on?
Actually, but it looks like, yeah, back cap's going to happen, which could be the savior of... Actually, okay, Rocky's going to trade with Elmo and just going to die. But they have brought everyone back, so they bought enough time. Chuba's actually going to get a kill, then pick up a pack. He might get another one. Doesn't manage to get the rocket off. And it looks like red team are just winning these team fights really solidly. Yeah. I don't know why Varna's dying in that situation. I don't know who's forgetting that red team have Uber out there, but Rocky and Josh were in Valley while Paulson and Cookie just pushed through lobby straight onto Varna on mid. So that needs to change because there's 5 minutes left. Blue team need at least 2 rounds just to tie this up, and they'll need to win a golden cap. It's looking more and more unlikely, and with red team pushing onto blue second and getting the pick on Josh and Ubrad, it doesn't look like it's gonna... It looks like it'll be a Jasmine map, but Def's doing all he can right now. He's doing a lot of damage. There is actually players on Dave. Probably going to get a pick onto Dave. This could actually be what they need right now. They do lose 3 for it. Oh, but without heals, and Chuba's on 19 HP. Cookie's behind on last. He's going to pick up Ivana retreating. Gunner's going to get 1.
Oh, no.
Varna versus Cookie. Varna versus Cookie. 40 HP. Oh, Cookie. Cookie's scared. Cookie's so scared. Varna hits these. Varna hits these.
You insane man with an excellent arrow onto Cookie there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Oh my god, man. Varna's just... Varna does not want to lose this map right now. Josh is going to go down, but he'll get traded out. And looks like red team are going to have big Uber disad here. Krolik really needs to get his team going right now because they're running out of time. There's going to be a soldier bomb coming in onto Varna right now. He's going to get picked up, but what are the other team on red doing? Rocky's on really low HP. He's going to do a lot of damage to Cookie, force him out. Looks like it's going to be a clean take for blue onto the midpoint. They still have Uberad, but it's dwindling. They need to go right now. No point in stacking. You're only going to deny Silvo. Looks like they're going to get off the cap. And they're going to push Valley here, but Dave's about to come up on the Uber. So this could be really bad if they're not, if they get caught out here. They do get the force out, and Dave's going to have Uber any second right now. They do pick up Paulson, that's massive. That's of course the patented Rocky trade where he just finds kills out of a fucking hat. And he's gonna back up right now. They're going to get second. But they haven't got the force out of Dave just yet, and that's huge because actually, Rocky's just running in here.
Oh, he's just going
pick up Lau and Silver, and the force comes out. This is massive for Butterfly defense. They're just going to play the point, but Paulson's picking up picks. Cookie's on the floor. Will he die to TJ? TJ doing so much damage, so much time on point right now. Val's going to get a sword. He will die. Def is going to do so much damage. It's Def first.
Oh, it's coming!
Is it gonna happen? They're gonna spawn up!
Oh my god! It's gonna happen!
Get off the point!
TJ just getting it by the skin of his teeth! What is this? 3 minutes 30 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen! Is this possible? A golden cap with Goose and Heaps casting! It would paint the classic Cinderella story of Team Fortress 2. We gotta see what happens here.
This is
Who are you gonna watch, Heaps? Who are you gonna watch?
I'm gonna get on the Silvo cam.
Yeah, Silvo it is. Let's do it. Let's see what he can do. He's gonna be on this right side. Yep,
I think he's gonna jump onto the right. He might go into the connector. Oh, he does get a Big rocket off on the blue soldier here. He's gonna jump across the point right now, straight onto Varner. Gets one rocket, gets two rockets.
Nice!
Oh, Varner gets picked up by Paulson there. Massive work from Silvo, getting so much damage onto Varner. The counter sack onto Dave does come, but Dave's just like walking around the rockets like he's fucking Neo or something. And it looks like he's gonna live.
Here. It's just gonna be TJ versus the world. He's gonna have to back out, unfortunately.
Something huge needs to happen here, or we are gonna see the first map go to Jasmine. He's gonna poke and prod around the mid because he does need to do something. I wouldn't be surprised if Butterfly DEFECT send like a couple players for a force early here because they can afford to do that. They actually hold that thought. Both teams have a spy. It's the Krollik versus the Silvo spy. I don't know why is Silvo on spy. I don't know if either of them checked for the other spy, but a very questionable play by Silvo to be playing spy on full ad right now.
Just about to knock.
Oh, Paulson gets picked up by Josh and Krollik dies somehow. I didn't see how Rocky died there. But,
I don't know. I think he bumped in the loud.
But Silvo's still on spy, and there's no way that Blue expect this right now. Varner's 100% gonna die. He's gonna get a third pick. Varner turns around. He's gonna revolver.
You do not.
He gets revolver. Oh my god. Just the sixth sense from Varner to turn around there, but unfortunately, he had nobody but Def to help him actually kill the spy.
He's up against Silvo. What can you do? Not much at all, unfortunately. Oh my god. And, you know, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like that is just going to be game one there, Heaves.
That's all she wrote, I'm afraid.
That's all she wrote, but despite that,
they are going to push it.
Zinger of a first map.
Silvo's up on heavy. It looks like they're going to push this. Varner and the Soldier are doing all they can just to try and get the point. See if they can make something happen, but it's really not going to happen. Red Uber comes out now, and with the heavy for post Uber, it's just, there's nothing the blue team can do. The first map is going to go to Jasmine Beef. And they're going to get another round just to rub it in the wound, rub salt in the wound of Butterfly DEFECT. Yep. But a super fucking good match. Yeah. Super good match.
Super good match. Wow, just, you know, med drops, backstabs, you know, little sniper picks from the corner. Oh man, I wish we got that one on stream. That was an absolute zinger. Yeah, no, seriously, that was absolutely crazy first map. You know, we'll tell you a little bit of this last minute here. Let's see if Silvo can do anything else. He's going to get the medic. I don't think anyone's really playing too seriously. Just kind of padding for the stats there.
Super and Josh combining for some really nice picks there.
Yeah, wow.
Bit of garbage time though. 2v2.
Yeah, unfortunately, too little. Too
Scout
late.
duel. TJ's going to pick up that duel against Lau.
Yeah, and that is...
Oh, the Elmo bomb actually picks up TJ. How do you let that happen, TJ? You can't die to Elmo in the last seconds of the game. Well,
get these logs up.
Absolutely crazy game. Who's your MVP?
My MVP, it's got to be Silvo.
I agree.
It's got to be Silvo, dude. That was insane.
How many? Can we see how many med picks this man had?
Too many. Too many med picks, I think.
I am the scout here.
One sec, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get on the logs TF real quick.
Yeah, so it looks like the top fragger of the server, Lau. We didn't talk about him really at all, I don't think, but he did a lot of work. 32 and 14. Super solid performance. Right behind him is Cookie, 31 and 16. No surprises there from a very strong scout. A little bit further down, we actually all four scouts are top 4 in frags, so
yeah,
you know, kind of not many surprises in that regard. Scout being a very strong class. Paulson 340 DPM. That's absolutely insane. That's
wow.
Deft had a very respectable performance, but 340 DPM is really really solid there. And I think, but I think like you, even though the stats don't show it, Silvo was definitely the MVP
Oh
of that
yeah,
map. He had the most insane plays. He had 9 med kills.
9 mid kills.
9 med kills. Varna died 17 times. 17 to Dave's 10. Just unable to stay alive, whether that was positioning or his team just not quite helping him. I'm not like it's a bit hard to tell. I think you do have to criticize the combo of Butterfly Defect a little bit for not keeping track of Ubers very well.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, like I don't know how much better Varna could have done because Silvo was
yeah,
just had his number. Like the sniper play that was absolutely insane. The spy picks, the spy revolver pick, the
yeah.
bombs onto him when he was on Soldier, just like doing the dirty work for Jasmine there to pick up the map. But
Not only just playing an excellent roamer, but just really playing an excellent utility as well. I can't personally make the call whether because he's eligible for both. He's either eligible for best roamer or best utility in Prem, and I don't know. I don't know which one I would pick if it was out of those two. Honest to God, mate, like that just off that game alone. Like,
he'd certainly be in the running, that's for sure.
yeah, I'd hope so.
But yeah,
Anyways, yeah.
just a solid performance there, I think, from Red. I think they controlled the game very well. There were moments where Blue Team definitely showed that they could get things done, but like the mids just, 5 out of 8 of the mids went to Jasmine Beef, and they just capitalized much better off of advantages, and they had more. It seemed like they had more coordination.
Yeah.
They were just finding little ways to pick apart Butterfly Defect, whether it's with a bomb from one of the soldiers, Paulson putting pressure, or Silvo just going absolutely insane on the off classes.
Yeah, I found it was they were very, even despite those kind of backdoor deals that were getting them, those backdoor exchanges that were getting them those Uber ads, Silvo namely. I still felt they were very just good at instantly capitalizing on that, okay, we have ad, let's go. Okay, they're a player down, yep, let's go. They were just going and going and going, and it just seemed a little bit too hectic for Butterfly Defect, for that map at least. Right now we're on Snakewater, and, I always say this heaps, this is got to be one of the most kind of even mid-fights in terms of, you're both facing each other, you're front on, there's no diagonal bullshit, you're just, straight front on, DM. So hopefully we'll see something a little bit more even this map. But what are your predictions?
I agree. Snakewater is my favorite map. I think it's certainly very it doesn't get controlled by one class. You can have big games on any class. Probably the weakest class, in my opinion, would probably be Demo. I think Scout's very good on it. You can do a whole lot with Soldier on it. But Demo probably the weakest out of the three, but not to say that a Demo can't go huge on this map. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays. I don't think there's an obvious winner. I think like Metalworks, it was probably in the pool just because it was neither team's very strong map, and so whoever picked it is just betting on that they'll be stronger than the other one. Did we see who picked Metalworks? Because that might be very interesting to know. Because if it was Butterfly Defect that picked Metal, that could be worrisome. But if it was Jasmine that picked Metal, that could actually be a pretty good sign for Butterfly Defect, since they did put up quite a good fight on it. So it'd be very interesting to see who picked what.
I'll try to find the chat log, and I don't think we know, unfortunately. We are out of the know on who picked what, unfortunately, but it looks like, Elmo's going to ready up the team right there, so we're about to be in the action right here. And hopefully, as I said before, Snakewater, it's too early to tell, but it should be a little bit more even, because it's, just off the basis that, whether both of these teams like Snakewater or not, I find that they're going to prefer playing it a lot more than Metalworks just because we're in AU. Like, people don't really like Metalworks.
Snake is a very popular map in Australia. It's popular like all sort of around the world. I think Snake would be my guess for the most popular map in Australia. In the past, it's been Process. I think Process is sort of the hype around Process has sort of died down a little.
Yeah.
In Australia, but Snake's sort of taken up that mantelpiece. It's a really well-rounded map, and it lends itself to so many different play styles. It's just super fun to both play and watch. I think it would definitely be my pick for sort of best map.
Yeah, I think some of our best games in TF2 history have been on Snakewater, namely that epic Harblue double kill on the Scout.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. I won't continue that sentence. But, it does make for some very epic, nail biters. So hopefully we get another one of those this game.
Yeah, I'd struggle to find, like, a prediction for this map, I think, but
Yeah.
I honestly think that Butterfly Defect will pull it together and they'll win the map. I wouldn't be surprised if Jasmine took it. I would be very upset to see the series only go 2, but like I really think that Rocky's due in for a big game here. I don't think he's gonna let his team go down 2-0.
Yeah, I can really see how determined he is. Even just watching as he plays in game, the way he's so aggressive to just run through those tight little choke points and trust his team to be behind him. I can see that the man really wants it, and I think he'd be just as pissed off as us heaps if the series ended with a second map. So
yeah, we're actually going live.
Excellent stuff.
Another thing we didn't talk about was off classes on this map can be really exciting as well. So we might see some more epic sniper plays and spy plays from Silvo.
Hopefully. Who are you going to be watching this mid, man?
I'm going to pick up on the Paulson cam this mid.
Let's see how Paulson does. It looks like he's going to be going up here, just throwing a few sticks. He's getting in before Deft, sorry. Nothing too much. Trading a little bit of spam, waiting for the bomb to come in. Josh is going to be bombing up onto the point there before he quickly retreats to the left-hand side. Shoopy's going to be going down really weak, but no one dying yet, and there the kills come in, and the bombs come through. Wow. Looks like Jasmine Beef just going balls to the wall, picking up basically the whole team. Deft will not get out, and that is that.
That's a bit worrisome if you're on the side of Butterfly Defect to lose all 6 players and not pick up a single kill. Red team are just going to walk in with full Uberad. Blue team won't have a sentry up. They're going to have the heavy. The soldier's already in. Paulson's already in. They're already spamming the gun. The big gun on the heavy man. And the points to be played, and that's literally a sub 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's how long it took.
That was quicker than the first Metalworks round, I'm pretty sure, heaps. That was insane.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh,
that was just, absolutely nuts. A really good mid from Red Team. We'll see if Blue Team can answer here. I'm going to watch the Rocky cam. I expect him to go top left right now, shoot some soldiers. He's going to drop down to the floor, get the sticky. Playing behind Deft right now. Looks like they're going to play a little passive. I don't see much soldier bombs coming in as I say that. The soldier does bomb chop up. And Josh gets a massive air shot onto Elmo, but as I say that, somehow Red Team just pick up 3 picks, 4 picks.
Silvo, what was that? Did you see that from Silvo? Oh my god, Silvo!
Jeez, man.
He jumps up, and I'm pretty sure he air shot the scout. He jumped to air shot the scout.
He's already on last. He's on 30 HP. You just can't stop the Silvo train, man. He's just gonna keep rolling.
The man's ahead of his taxes. Definitely.
just doing absolutely everything for his team so far this series. It was looking pretty good. They got the first pick onto Elmo, massive air shot coming out from Spade, and then all of a sudden there's just 3 players go down for Blue Team just in an instant, and then Silver, suddenly on a 3k. But the Uber's going to come in again. Silver's going to get picked up, unfortunately. They're playing the point, but not much is happening in the Uber. So much damage from Paulson. Actually, they are just going to step on the point, and that's 2-0 in less than 3 minutes. Jeez. Well, after a really close match on Metal, this map isn't looking very close.
Yeah, it seems like Butterfly Defect, they just have a bit of a premature ejaculation here, Hopefully they can pull it together and, really...
I don't. Oh, massive bump from Chupa. Does actually pick up Paulson. That's going to be really good for blue team to aggress at the point. Crawler's going to get Elmo, but Lau's going to pick up Def. Silver's jumping behind right now. He's 7 HP. He's going to get picked up by Josh. Massive pick from Josh there, not to let Silver get behind like that. He's going to take some space onto Cookie, force him off the shack. It's a bit of a dogfight coming in 3v3 right now. Cookie needs to get picked up. He's going kind of low, but they're cycling heals really nicely onto the scouts right now, all the while they're capping, and it looks like there's going to be another mid win for red team, although Varna does live, and it's going to be, looks like it was a lot, you know, sort of cleaner from blue team there. We'll see how they want to play this. I'm expecting Sax to come in. No, Silver, we got a Silver Spy. We got a Silver Spy, and
Varna will not. They can't fall for this again.
There's no way Silvo actually has a spy play that works again. I'd be very, very upset. He's spotted Varna playing logs, so he's going to decloak a bit far away because he knows he's got a lot of space to work with. Varna's just staring at him as he comes out. He's actually going to hide underneath the staircase.
You're going in for round 2 here.
Do we have an Uber trade coming out from Rocky? We do, but Dave's going to have the much better Uber. Rocky has to get out, and then blue team have to play height here for post. TJ's going to pick up Silvo. That's really good. Rocky's fighting 4 players by himself, and he's going to die for free. Death Bomb's coming in right now, doing so much damage, but he's going to die. Red team are just picking up players. Paulson's going to get a pipe onto Shupa. TJ's going to pick up a second kill onto Elmo. Cookie's going to jump around the bats. He's going to try to get onto Varna and Josh, but it's not going to happen. And somehow red team just find players, and blue team just aren't coordinating.
Yeah, there's a coordinating. Well, yeah. No,
but as I say, they're forcing the back.
Oh, my God, forcing a really, really nice pipe onto one of the soldiers there, I believe. I don't know who it was, but you know, he in that past 2 minutes, he was just hitting some real nutty shots. It seems, and yeah, Butterfly Defect just. Back onto the last. Just again, only 24 minutes on the clock this time, Heaps.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just really solid performance coming out from red team, working with advantages and making advantages for themselves in what seems to be an even fight. Just snowballing picks, as we do see a Krolok v Silvo sniper battle coming out right now. It's interesting to see who will win this fight. Both of them are very good snipers. Silver's going to rotate into Cheese here, I guess, and try and pick Rocky from an angle he's not expecting. But I'm going to get onto the Silvo cam and watch this.
See what Silvo can
He's going to quick peek, doesn't find anything. Rocky's going to back up. He's watching he's now taking control of the angle. Def's going to spam some stickies in there, so Silver just can't waltz in and get a wild Varna pick. Absolute pixel peek. Almost picks off Rocky, but Rocky lives. He's going to back up right now. Rocky's going to win the fight. Massive win by Rocky there. As I say that, Schubert dies to Elmo, so not much happening right now. Looks like Krolok wants to get a little bit more aggressive. He does peek the ramp right now. He can afford to do it while Silvo's dead because he doesn't have to worry about the other sniper. Paulson's going to get really aggressive and actually go get body shot by Rocky there, and as I said, Elmo also bums in and dies. So interesting to see. Silver's back up on the spike. Krolok's gonna pick on Lau, and that's the sort of Rocky sniper I am aware of. And Paulson gets headshot.
Nicely done.
He's actually gonna get picked off here. Krolok's gonna push right up into Cheese and see if he can get a.
And he got it! What a magical headshot from Rocky right
He's gonna pick up Cookie as well. Silvo dies as well. That's just absolutely massive. That's not. Oh, he gets the force onto Varna. So unfortunate that I guess the sniper meant that the scout couldn't properly deny.
Yeah, I think that was probably it there. It's a real shame for Butterfly Defect. Every time they seem to get that advantage, they just get set back just like that tiny bit. Obviously, they've still got a comfortable,
forwards.
20,
they can keep walking
10 out here. Yeah, no, so it's still going that way, but. Yeah, they can still walk in, but it's just not as nice as it would have been.
Rocky's peeking for window. What's he gonna see? He doesn't see anything at the moment. Actually, he gets bombed by Elmo, but Elmo misses. Varna gets picked off by Silvo on the back lines here. How is this happening? Silvo's just somehow constantly finding a flank.
Yeah, just every time.
I don't know what happened there. That's really sloppy from blue team. I'm really surprised at how easily Varna's dying in both of these games. I didn't expect it at this level of Prem. Generally you see soldiers' impact be quite heavily dampened because scouts are far more able to deny soldiers.
Just crazy, yeah.
But I guess with Rocky on Sniper there, Silvo just said, you know what, I'll take what I can get, and he just kills Varna out of nowhere, and now Red Team have a full Uber advantage with Spades still down. They're going to come in under. Def is going to, might get picked up. No, he does jump away. But Red Team are just going to, I guess, play the point soon. Def's going to be bombed. He's already on 94 HP. He doesn't actually pick up Lau. He's still alive. Cookie picks him up. Krolek gets to Elmo. Josh is going to jump, Paulson here and pick him up. So it looks like we're going to see a hold for Blue Team, but the Soldier's bombing the point, and he picks up TJ before he dies. The point is so capped. I'm interested to see if we see like a sneaky back cap attempt by someone, but it looks like, oh my god, how is Varna dying?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely not sure if it's Varna's fault or his scout's fault, but this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
every single time that Butterfly Effect win a team fight, Varna dies like 30 seconds later.
Yeah, dude. As I was, yeah, you know, I was saying, it was just like every time they just get that advantage, Varna, he'll just die, and you know, then they have to go back to last again. It's a real shame, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do? They're just going to be playing this last point again, and it looks like Jasmine Beef, they're going to be taking this advantage right side. They've got a roughly 60% Uber ad, which is going to be more than enough. Once again, this SG does go down, and they're just going to be playing the point, and that is third round. 20 minutes on the clock, Heaps.
Wow. Yeah, okay. It was looking like Snakewater was Jasmine's pick. Otherwise, I'd be very tilted.
Yeah, I'd be concerned if there's a Butterfly Defects pick. I'd be very, very concerned, not to badmouth them or anything like that. But we are going to be seeing a nice bomb from a soldier here.
Double bomb straight onto Paulson. Pick up two, Def going massive. Actually, scouts on Dave as well. The soldier's in from behind though. Varna needs to live right now. He has a soldier on him. The soldier's not getting shot at. Varna hits him with one, and the other soldier comes in. I don't know what's happening, but the scouts are not killing these soldiers fast enough. There's about 5 seconds when I forget who it was. It was one of the, I think it was Elmo that was bombing Varna, and Varna stayed alive, arrowed him, but until he died, and then Silver just bombs in and hits a splash rocket at the end. So just really disappointing to see Varna dying so late in these fights.
Yeah, and that's we're going to set them back for this last. Like, heck, they might even have to get out a second here.
Ooh, Deft gets a pick though. This might force Red Team back, and it does. So they'll be able to keep second. So
they're lucky on that regard, but still, I was thinking for a sec, man, like, shit, if he hadn't died that late, they wouldn't have had to go out there. They do finally make the way. No, Varna dies again!
And Elmo's in on behind. He does get TJ. And Krolek dies to Silvo. Silvo's finding the soldier that's bottom. Super's actually going to pick up Lau. I don't know how that works. But
he's going to be on last. Oh no, he's not. Sorry, I thought it was going for a back up there.
Nah, that's Silver getting a resup. Yeah, Varna just dying again, man. I really don't know what it is. I don't know if it's team coordination, positioning, or scouts. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna cost them dearly if they don't find a way to fix it in the next 18 minutes, because they are 3 down. It's crazy that they still have 18 minutes to bring this back.
Yeah.
But like, it's looking less and less so if they're going to continue playing like this. They do lose Josh. Massive air shot, I believe, going on to Shupa there from one of the soldiers on Red Team. Both the soldiers die without even getting a sliver of damage done. TJ's going to die here right now as well. Just really, really good collapsing coming from Red Team. And Blue Team are going to be forced all the way back onto their last. I don't think Red Team can be fast enough to get in here before Blue gets Uber. Rocky's going to snipe from forward spawn, not find anything. But they are actually going to try it. They're popping through the shutter, but Paulson gets completely juggled. Varna's coming up on his Uber right now. He's going to pop it when he gets it. He's on 99 and nobody's with him. He just gets it. Oh, they
only just
but the back cap. Cookie's still doing a lot of damage. He's going to miss a couple of shots, but he's just dancing around 6 players. And he's gonna waste so much time that Dave's actually going to be able to get out. Although it is only a 15 to 20% advantage, Blue Team can retake second here, and then grind, and they should be able to sort of not have to give up second.
Oh, Shupa!
Actually, Paulson's gonna die. Massive bomb from Shupa. Really nice work coming in from Shupa there. And Rocky just wants to roll this forward while Ubers are even after that Paulson pick. And I have to say, it's probably a smart idea. He's going to come straight in right now. They're looking for picks. Elmo dies. They have to be careful of Silvo. Silvo's on deft. He's going to pick him up, but they've trade him out. Teacher's going to push through. He's actually going to screw up his jump. He's going to push through straight onto the medic here. They're going to have to all the way back up. Actually, the scout's caught. Will he die? No, the Uber will come out. Varna's still on 85, so they need to hightail Varna out of there because Paulson's up right now. And he's actually going to die. And then 2 pipes from Paulson onto the scout. Oh my god.
It is looking juicy for Jasmine Beef right now. They are greased up, ready to win this second map of the series. Super going down once again. Oh my goodness. Heaves, mate. They're an unstoppable force.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They lose deft, so early there. And it shouldn't be that easy to pick up a 260 health demo man as a soldier. Like, you should get cleaned up the moment you fire the first rocket, but it's just not happening. And they're gonna have massive ad once again, looking to make this 4-0. And I'm afraid if it goes to 4-0, that might be all she wrote.
Yeah, I think so. We can't call it too soon because we got to keep things interesting here. As I say that, it looks like the Uber
comes out.
does come out from Dave.
Onto the heavy. Rocky's gonna die. No, he gets switched off.
Yeah, the sentry is still up on the right side, plenty of numbers, and it looks like the Uber's faded. They don't have the positioning for this. If they can get some picks and kind of edge their way onto the point, they might be able to. But Dave and Lau are down, and it's not looking promising. But as I say that, no, 2 players. There's only 2 players up for the blue team, and that's a 4th round. That is a 4th round, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes on the clock.
And I was just about to say that I was not impressed with that push into last from Red Team there. They absolutely didn't get the heavy or the sentry with that Uber.
Yeah,
but
I need to quickly apologise to the viewers there. I did not think they were going to win that. I didn't think they were going to win that.
Neither did I. I don't think I don't even think Red Team thought they were going to win that. Massive bomb. Paulson's really hurt. He's on 40 HP. He's gonna have to get arrowed up here. So you'd like to see blue team push across the point, but as they try and do that, just getting picked apart. And Silvo's on Varna. He's gonna die. And then TJ trades with Silvo. Cookie gets deft. Dave's still alive. Full Uber ad going into last year. 4-0. 15 minutes.
Would you think it's fair to say that Butterfly DEFECT have gotten a little bit... They've either lost their morale, they're a little bit tilted at this point.
I am expecting them to be quite a bit tilted,
Yeah, understandably.
Enough tilt to sink a ship at this point. Rocky almost picks off Paulson there really early. He's watching the cross right now. They're after going to Uber early straight into the sentry, but it is only a level 1. Rocky not quite hitting a shot. He's going to backspawn him to scout, but Paulson just locking them out, doing so much damage. There's so much time on the point. They're just getting picked. Elmo's taunting. Elmo's jumping the point on top of the point. It's so scrappy. I don't know who's winning this at all.
I think it's the red. It's looking like red team. It's just
Spade's already left the map.
Yeah, that's it. See you
Spade
later.
left the map before they even cap.
Take the series 2-0. Wow, Heaps. What in fuck's name did we just watch?
We watched a roll that I'm very surprised occurred.
Yeah, I was very, very, very surprised that went down. 2 rosters, as I said at the start, absolute clash of the titans, dude. Like, you look at both teams and, like, I was thinking, dude, like, how do you expect me to, like, make a prediction? Both players on both teams are just crazy fucking good. Like, there's no way I can actually predict the outcome of this match. But, Jasmine Beef with that, old knowledge, old experience. I think it pulled through for them tonight, Heaps.
Yeah, Paulson just absolutely nutting on blue team. I'm afraid. Like, they just couldn't get anything done on mids. They couldn't get anywhere near Dave on mids. And even Paulson to a lesser extent. They did pick up Paulson, I think, once, but overall, like, they just got outplayed on every single turn. They just, whether it was Silvo, whether it was Elmo, Cookie, Paulson, Lau, like, they just had their number. They knew what they were going to do, and they just played it. They played against it really well. They've got important picks, whether it was Deft, or Varna, or a soldier, both soldiers. They just Butterfly couldn't get the ball rolling at all that entire map.
Yeah, it was. They just had a really hard time finding their footing, Heaps. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe because maybe just the way the snake water mids go about. They had to really face the Jasmine beef like front on, as I keep saying. Like they just had to face them front on, and it didn't give them potential to do any little maneuvers behind point. Yeah, they could have sent a Soldier Kitchen, but how effective is that really? There's only so many times you can do that, Like
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like particular players on Butterfly get scapegoated for their poor performance this tonight and to a lesser extent this season, because going into it you could have made a prediction that they'd be the second best team since they were last season,
yeah,
albeit with a slightly different roster. But from my the overview, it just seemed like it wasn't any one person's fault. It was just a failure across the board to actually work as a team and communicate well, keep track of Ubers, protect the medic, protect the demo, focus fire on players. Like you just didn't see any of it, which is very surprising because I know that Rocky is quite the combo scout. He can definitely make some really smart calls, take some really good trades, but really was just completely minimalized by Cookie that game.
Yeah, Cookie wow. Now, I just got the logs up here, Heaps, and I'm looking, 8 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills. Everyone's getting the same standard number of kills. And you look at Cookie, he's on 16 kills, 4 deaths, 5k damage on Scout. And that game only went for 15 minutes.
Yeah, just him and Paulson, I think, just the cornerstone of that team, that combo there, just doing a really good job of constantly working really well together on Uber pushes, focusing the right players at the same time, and then you add in sort of the X factor of the Silvo plays and the solidity of Lau, flank watching DM type player, and you just have a really strong team. And of course Elmo as well, just doing his part. I had some really nice plays there on Soldier.
Yeah, no, Elmo did amazingly well. Did a lot better than I thought he would do playing Soldier. Not to say he's not a good soldier, as I've said before. But just to reiterate, the man's played Scout for like a million years. So again, as I said before, as he coming in a Prem, staying in his division and changing class is really incredible. So good job to you, Elmo.
Yeah, really, really good performance.
So we got word from the good man Just Jazz, our producer, that interviews are not on the go tonight. So I'll take us through. Do you have any shout outs you'd like to go through, Heaps?
Shout out to Ad Home for a good season.
Yeah, easy. What about Jazz? Do you want to shout anyone out? From Jazz, shout out to his boys Bra Moment and Burnt Toast Gaming. I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the ozfortress community for putting up with my antics all these years, and thank you for watching the stream as well. We always appreciate the audience. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up by saying, that was Butterfly DEFECT versus Jasmine Beef. Unfortunately, Jasmine Beef taking the very, very convincingly in 2 maps. Very, very well done by them tonight. But you're watching ozfortress Season 28, CappingTV. That was the premier lower page playoffs with Jasmine Beef once again taking the series. I'm your host, Big Fella Goose. Joining me was Heebs and Just Jazz. Thank you very much and have an excellent night. See you later.